Tamra Judge feels certain that Jennifer Aydin will not return to The Real Housewives of New Jersey when the Bravo hit is eventually rebooted. "She's the only one I don't like," The Real Housewives of Orange County star tells Page Six's virtual Reali-Tea podcast, emphasizing that she loves the rest of the Garden State cast. Judge, 56, who co-hosts the Housewives-focused 2TS in a podcast with franchise alum Teddi Mellencamp, can be judicious when sharing her opinions about Bravolebrities, but she doesn't mind giving her unfiltered thoughts on Aydin, 47, as she anticipates the Paramus resident being axed by the network. "I say that because I know she's never going to be back," she says, predicting that she will never have a reason to interview the RHONJ vet. Judge's assertions come shortly after she called Aydin disgusting and obnoxious on her podcast for bragging about finances and accusing castmate Danielle Cabrol of stifling proceeds from her own charity event. The Vena CBD founder even said she despised Aydin, an opinion that seemingly hasn't changed. "She just rubs me the wrong way for some reason," she tells a virtual Reali-Tea. RHONJ remains in flux after reaching a dead end underlined by Teresa Giudice's estranged relationship with brother Joe Gorga and sister-in-law Melissa Gorga. Making the group dynamic even more tumultuous is Giudice and husband Louis Ruelis' ongoing contempt for Rachel Fuda and Margaret Joseph's conflict with ex-BFF Jackie Goldschneider. Joseph's and Aydin's never-ending friction, and Aydin and Danielle Cabrol's mutual disdain for each other, among other issues. Additionally, rumors have swirled that besties Aydin and Giudice planted online attacks against their on-screen adversaries with the help of bloggers, allegations that haven't been substantiated or debunked. Last month, Bravo honcho Andy Cohen confirmed that the show would be getting a refresh amid the bedlam and even teased that a future cast could feature all fresh faces, hinting that a selection of OGs could remain in the mix. Judge, for her part, is hopeful that Giudice, 52, Melissa, 45, and Joe, 50, will all be asked to participate in the series' next chapter and that an on-camera reconciliation ensues. "I hope that the Gorgas and the Giudices, Teresa and her brothers, I hope they can reunite just for the family's sake and for me as a viewer." She says, "I would love to go to that show and just try to get them together." Judge says that she appreciates both Melissa and Giudice, even if her relationship with the latter is up and down after publicly sparring and subsequently making up in recent year. "One day it's good and one day it's bad depending on what we say about Louis on the podcast," she quips, "but I've known her and I respect her. Teresa, I really do. I don't agree with everything, but I don't agree with some of the things I do sometimes." No matter what happens when RHONJ resumes, Judge doesn't want the unscripted series to be retooled with an entirely new cast like The Real Housewives of New York City for 2023 season 14. "I don't want the show to end. It's been on for so long, and we've gotten to know all these girls, and I hate to see it end as we know it. Who knows what's going to happen? I really don't know. I'm more curious to know what's going to happen in the future," she says. "I need to know now." RHONJ personality Dolores Catonia's ex-husband, Frank Catonia, recently revealed that he heard Giudice was asked to leave her post as the only cast member to have appeared on all 14 seasons. "I've heard the same speculation about Teresa being asked to leave, as opposed to being fired," he said on the Lisa Alastui podcast. "But it's a shame because, I see Teresa landing someplace," he added, because Teresa, across all the franchises, is probably the most recognizable housewife in the world. The Real Housewives of Orange County airs Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Bravo.